welcome to my channel. Today I'll be discussing what happened to me when I quit caffeine and I literally became a zombie. Before I start telling you why I quit coffee, let me tell you that I am a coffee lover, a true coffee lover. I've been to coffee farms in Colombia to understand how you grow coffee beans and how you process them. I've done barista trainings. I've done coffee tasting courses. I love coffee and everything around it. At home, I have espresso machines, Chemex, French press, even espresso. I have everything that you can think of to make a great coffee at home for all occasions and for all types of friends and family that might show up at my place. So, quitting for me wasn't easy, but I quit. I quit and I became a zombie. But why I quit on the first place, if I'm telling you, I love coffee. Well, I signed up for a nutrition program. I'm constantly studying and learning about everything that has to do with biohacking and life hacking. That is why the channel is called We Are Life Hacking. And in this program, I would say the beautiful part of it is that as you go along and you learn how different foods impact your health, and even also different habits like smoking impact your health, you're invited to, but you decide if you start, stop, or continue eating or doing whatever it is, right? We got to the part where, we talked about caffeine, and, that program made me realize a couple of things. If you think about it, we all start taking caffeine at some point, probably early in our lives, where we need to increase our alertness state, or we need to be a little bit more awake, right? And you start to hack something, right? To improve something, to literally lift yourself up in a moment of need. However, what happens is that your energy goes up and then it goes down, and you're like, well, I'll have another cup of coffee or tea or mate or whatever it is that you take. And then you go for another one and for another one and for another one, and you become this almost addict to caffeine without even realizing it. So that is definitely something that I think we all know. But what bothered me the most is that although I had not accepted it, because I already knew that was happening, but I had not accepted it, is that it obviously messed up with my sleep. I would have to typically ingest around 40 to 50 milligrams of melatonin a day, or a night in this case, to be able to kind of sleep throughout the night. If not, I would typically wake up around 2 a.m. more or less, and I would be in a super creative state. By the way, I actually got to enjoy it, but I would be awake for 3 hours, and then fall back to sleep more or less, and then wake up. It was just all a mess. And obviously next day, what I would do to keep me up and running was to obviously drink coffee and more coffee, or mate. I love mate, by the way, and tea. So it wasn't great. And let's talk about the sleep. Sleep is our everything, and sleep is our health, is our beauty. It's called beauty sleep for a reason, right? It's our creativity, our mind, our brains repair during sleep. And I was not doing that properly, right? Or not without external help. And although melatonin is great for your mitochondria and for a bunch of different things, I literally couldn't sleep without taking it. And that is a really bad sign. So I stopped taking caffeine, and it's not only coffee. I stopped taking or having tea, black tea, herbal teas. Herbal teas are caffeine free for sure, fine. Cocoa has a little bit of caffeine in it. Mate, so you name it, anything and everything that had caffeine in it, it was out of my life. So I quit cold turkey, and I literally became a zombie for 4 days straight. 4 days straight. let me tell you more about my little zombie experience. So yes, I was a zombie for 4 days straight. I quit on a Friday. Basically, my last coffee was on a Thursday afternoon around 2 p.m. And I didn't take any coffee on the Friday, right? And then it just lasted forever without taking coffee. And better said, any caffeine. So no coffee, black teas or any teas like green tea, anything with caffeine. No mate. I used to drink mate as well. No, basically nothing with caffeine at all. I actually read all the labels in all my food just to make sure that I understood if there was anything that could have any caffeine in it. So basically I stopped on the Thursday afternoon. On Friday, I woke up fine. But like I would say midday, I was struggling to stay awake. And at night, I remember I went to bed at like 8 p.m. on a Friday. Like literally, I just couldn't keep my eyes open. And I started having a mild headache. I woke up on the Saturday with that headache, and I was napping throughout the entire weekend. Like literally, I felt like a zombie. I was just like, it was absolutely horrible. Headaches in and out. Like literally I went through withdrawal. Like it was ridiculous. Like it's just, yeah. I mean, we are all addicted to caffeine, and you go through withdrawal symptoms. So the first, I would say 48 hours were not fun. I was actually laughing about it. Because I was just like, holy shit, this is it, right? But it wasn't super fun. Again, fortunately, I decided to do it over the weekend, as I guessed that I was gonna, go through something during this process. I was like that for 4 days. Like literally, Friday was just okay. I kind of survived throughout the day and the meetings and whatnot. Saturday and Sunday, like I slept basically almost the entire weekend. And on Monday I started to feel okay, but it was on Tuesday that I was, completely optimized. And then is when awesomeness began. First of all, I've never slept before in my entire life. Like I couldn't remember when was the last time that I had slept with so much depth, and like I don't even know how to explain it. It was amazing. And I've slept like a baby since then. So those 4 days of being in Zombieland were all worth it, because I sleep like a baby now. I sleep even better since I started also taking magnesium. I did like a hair test and I saw that my minerals were very low and I was very low magnesium. So I started taking a really good magnesium supplement, and now I sleep like, hallelujah. Like it's amazing. So I feel super rested, and obviously because I rest so well, I don't need to have any stimulants during the day, which is pretty awesome. Like literally I go throughout my day, and I have my own company. I'm on boards, I'm on a TV show, I make videos, I give talks, like I'm constantly on the go doing something. Like I'm a non-stopper, plus obviously having a personal life, and like not having caffeine in the system is like the best thing ever, because your body can do whatever it needs to do if it's really well nourished. And the number one thing that I'm doing to nourish my body and my mind is definitely sleeping well. So it is absolutely awesome to get rid of caffeine in your system, and I highly recommend it. However, we all know that there are amazing things in coffee, like polyphenols, even traces of minerals and vitamins and amazing oils. So what am I doing about that? Because I'm missing out. And well, I decided to start another quest to truly understand if there is an optimal way to include coffee in your life without having the negative impact on your health. And after reading reading, listening, watching, like you name it, everything that I could around caffeine, from research papers to the Huberman Lab podcast to, I don't know, Dave Asprey or whoever it is that is talking about caffeine that has some sort of research behind. Like I started a quest to read it all, watch it all, listen to it all, and I think I came up with the best possible formula to incorporate coffee in my life without having the negative impact. And what I've learned is that when we wake up, if you drink coffee right after waking up, you kill something called adenosine. Adenosine is basically what allows your body to wake up and to do it naturally. When you get rid of adenosine naturally, right, you can actually enjoy some caffeine. However, when you kill your adenosine using caffeine, that kind of breaks your natural cycle of sleep and waking up. So something that you can do is to, first of all, not have coffee or caffeine on a daily basis, but you can definitely incorporate it like maybe once or twice a week. You do it at least 90 minutes after waking up and after making sure that you have exposed yourself to, if you can, natural light, sunlight, right? If not, even artificial light would do. But the idea is to make sure your body is just empty of adenosine naturally, right? So you kind of naturally wake up. And then if you want, you can enjoy your cup of coffee. However, you need to make sure that you drink that coffee at least around 10 to 12 hours before you go to sleep. So basically you have that kind of window of opportunity that you can enjoy a couple of times a week. And that is exactly what I'm doing. As I mentioned, I'm a coffee lover, so I make sure I have the best coffee beans that I can get my hands around. I grind them, I enjoy the noise, I enjoy the smell, I brew some amazing coffee, and I'll have a cup of coffee twice a week to enjoy the benefits of coffee, enjoy the process as I do, and incorporate all those amazing benefits in the forms of polyphenols, minerals, vitamins, and oils. And what I've observed, because I have an Oura ring as well, so I see my sleep, is that it doesn't interrupt my sleep at all. I continue to sleep like a baby. I don't have any withdrawal symptoms, because obviously it's just like twice a week, and I make sure that they're spaced out. So typically I'll do something over the weekend, and then maybe midweek I'll enjoy another cup of coffee, and honestly it's all good. So all those recommendations that I learned on how to optimize your coffee intake have actually worked. So if you're watching this, if you're about to quit coffee or quit caffeine, maybe you want to consider, as I did, doing it on the Thursday afternoon. So take your last coffee on a Thursday, so you have the entire weekend ahead to recover and to pass through zombie land and start on Monday fresh and awake. And if you still are, wanting to enjoy your caffeine from time to time, or you're a coffee lover or a mate lover or a tea lover, you can still enjoy it a couple of times a week. I hope that my experience and sharing my experience was of value to you, and let me know in the comments if there is anything else that you're very curious about. I'm happy to also talk about exactly all the scientific research around how you optimize caffeine based on everything that I've read, listened, and watched to. And of course, any other questions, happy to look at the comments. If my experience can be of value to any of your friends or acquaintances, make sure to share this video, and don't forget to subscribe in the subscribe button.